Hi, welcome. Welcome to Building Unshakable Self-Confidence in 8 Weeks. I'm Christine Chung. We examined a few of the reasons that hold us back from moving forward yesterday, whether it is to reach a goal we set for ourselves, or trying something new, or making a decision. Today, I want to show you how to remove those mental blocks because they're not doing us any good. And by removing them, you will see the world in a very different way and see countless opportunities lying in front of you. So let me ask you a question. Are you living the life you've always wanted? What if you have a magic wand? What would you like to see differently in your life? And why it is not happening? What is stopping you from making it a reality? It is our human nature that we always want more in life. According to the Maslow hierarchy of needs, there are 5 tiers in human needs. Take a look at this. From the bottom of the hierarchy upwards, the needs are physiological, which are the food, clothing, basic shelters. Those are the things that we must have to keep us alive. The second tier is safety, such as job security or having a home that is safe rather than just having a house. And then moving upward is love and belonging. After you reach the safety and security level, you want to have a family. You want to feel belonged in a community, friendships. And above that is the esteem, which is the feeling of accomplishment. You're feeling good about yourself. You're achieving your goals. And the top of the hierarchy is the self-actualization, which is the self-fulfillment needs. And it is our human nature to strive to reach that highest hierarchy, which is the self-actualization. Maslow's hierarchy of needs explains people are motivated to achieve certain needs and that some needs take priority over others. So if you look at it, our basic need is for physical survival, and this will be the first thing that motivates our behavior. Once this level is fulfilled, the next level is what motivates us, and so on. On the other hand, let's say if you got all of your physiological needs met, taken care of, and you're satisfied with it, you are ready to move to the next level, which is the safety and security needs, such as financial needs, safety. But if for whatever reasons we are stuck and unable to move up to that next level of the pyramid, our life satisfaction level decreases. That's like being on the lower side of the flow state, if you remember. We become unhappy. That's when we start to complain about life. So, what does Maslow's hierarchy of needs has to do with mental blocks? Well, you might have already guessed. Often, the mental blocks are stopping us from moving up to the next level. When we are stuck and unable to move up, our motivations decrease. If you remember, we need emotional rewards to motivate us. Yes, we feel discouraged and lose meaning of what we do if there's no emotional rewards. So, you see the domino effects here? Now, that's why it's important that we have to take an active role to prevent this happening to us. We can use NLP and positive psychology theory to help us reprogram our mind. No kidding. When you're talking directly to your unconscious mind, you are reprogramming it. But before you learn to communicate with your unconscious mind, you first need to do these 3 things, or it won't work. The first thing is to decide. The first step you need to take is to gain absolute clarity on what it is you want. Learn how to stop overthinking everything and focus on your goals. What is your desired outcome? What would unlocking an extraordinary life look like to you? Clarity is power. The more thought you put into it, the more detail you lay out, the stronger and more powerful your vision will become. And this creates a subconscious mind map, giving your brain the tools necessary to turn that vision into reality. It may be too abstract for you to understand. So let me give you an example on how to reprogram your unconscious mind. Consider you are having an intense discussion with your partner and it's not going well. You both started to raise your voice. You start arguing. The temperature is rising. You both are very angry with each other. At this point, we often lose track of how that argument started. What was the initial disagreement? And why? Because you turned your focus from the initial subject to defend yourself. You want to make sure the other person hears you. You want to win. Pretty typical, right? Okay, now, what would happen if you change your tone and begin to soften your tone? Speak a little slower. At the same time, think of the person who you are communicating with, your partner in this case, is a different person. Remove your judgment. Stop for a little bit and think, why am I arguing in this in the first place? Is what I'm doing right now helpful? Are we solving problem? Am I hurting the other person's feeling? If you remind yourself you are not here to win, you want to find a solution. Because when you are distracted by winning, you lose track of the actual problem. Once you remember that, you can shift your focus back to resolving the original problem. And this is how you reprogram your brain to use its resources and produce the outcome in that moment. You change your behavior by talking to yourself differently and produce a different outcome. The unconscious mind reprogramming starts with deciding what you want right now and in the future and what to focus on. Give your unconscious mind a clear direction of what you want it to focus on. As Tony Robbins, one of the most well-respected motivational coaches says, where focus goes, energy flows. What do you want physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually in your life? Make the decision that you are not willing to settle and that you are not willing to live the way you live right now. Set your sights on it and begin reprogramming your unconscious mind. The second thing, after you decide what you want, the next step of unconscious mind reprogramming is committing. You won't expect changes happen automatically or magically. Most of the time, what is stopping us is our fear. If you want to get rid of fear, you must stay committed. Fear is one of the biggest traps that keeps people from taking action. We all have fears. Fear of rejection, fear of being embarrassed, fear of getting hurt, fear of the unknown. If you want to overcome fears, you must take action and remove this mental block. The only way to deal with fear and reprogram your mind is to face it. You must look it in the eye and take action. Are you afraid of failure? Remember the Thomas Edison's light bulb story? There is no failing unless you don't learn from your mistake. If you do something and fail, you will know what doesn't work. You'll be able to take a more educated, informed approach when you try again. You're better off than where you start off. Reprogramming your brain means breaking those negative chatter like I can't. Think of the same way you would build muscle at the gym. At first, it takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of effort to make yourself go to the gym. But if you start going and being committed and do it every day or on a schedule, you will gradually become stronger and seeing the outcome you want. When you commit fully, you will push yourself to the next level and demand more of yourself than anyone else could ever expect. And that is the true power of unconscious mind programming. Number 3, resolve. Once you have decided on your path and committed to take action and carry out, take inventory of your situation. What have you tried? What worked? And what didn't work? Look at your inner superhero exercise. How can you apply your strengths to help you succeed? Direct your mind towards assessing what is working and what isn't. A critical part in reprogramming your unconscious mind is flexibility. Don't let tunnel vision force limits on you. Expect detour and steer away, but don't lose sight of your destination. The path you take is never a straight line. And that's why it's vital to remain flexible along the way, learning from mistakes, embracing failure, and using negativities as a driving force for change. As long as you keep moving and making progress, you are going in the right direction. I hope you find this video inspiring and helpful. Email me if you have any question or comment. Tomorrow, I will talk about the NLP communication model, which is the most important piece if you want to tap into your unconscious mind. I will see you tomorrow.